send all the ingredients in the bag. So the first thing is the yu choy, some onions, sweet peppers. There is some fresh noodles, soy sauce, and ponzu lime sauce. The first thing that we're gonna do is rinse all the fresh produce. That's what the instructions call for, because I guess they don't rinse them. Also, you want to be safe. So first step is bringing a medium pot of salted water to a boil. Then we're going to cut off and discard the bottom inch of the yu choy stems, roughly chopping the leaves and the stems. It looks as though I'm having a bit of difficulty cutting, but it's not me, it's the knife. That's just what I'm gonna say. And now I'm just going to core and thinly slice the sweet peppers into rings. So at first I was a bit confused by what they meant by that. Core and thinly slice. As well, it did not look like that in the picture, so I was just going off of what I thought. I think by the second pepper I kind of figured it out. So yeah, this one I decided to cut the top off first. And then just slice it. So, as I said, slice them into rings. So I kind of figured that out after. As I'm looking back on this video, I'm just looking at myself cutting, and I blame it on being left-handed. Like, I look so awkward holding a knife. So the next step is making the spiced peanuts. So in a large pan, we're going to heat a drizzle of oil on medium, and then we're also going to boil our noodles. Then we are going to add half the garlic and also half the ginger to the pan. Sorry, this was a bit out of focus at the beginning. I did not realize. And so we are just going to saute, stirring frequently for about 30 seconds. minutes to a minute, and then we're gonna add the peanuts to toast. We're gonna stir it frequently for about a minute to 2 minutes until it's fragrant, and then we're gonna season it with a pinch of the spice blend that it comes with. After that's done cooking, we want to transfer it to a bowl and set it aside. Wipe out the pan and we will be using it later. Now, the noodles have been boiled. We're going to drain it and then toss a drizzle of oil to prevent it from sticking. Now we're going to start cooking the beef. So we're going to heat another drizzle of oil on medium-high heat and then add the ground beef. I personally pre-season my meat, no matter if it's chicken, beef, fish, and I do that with a Caribbean type seasoning. It's called green seasoning. And I add salt, pepper, the green seasoning, and I let that sit overnight. So we're gonna break up the meat using a spoon for about 4 to 6 minutes until it's cooked through. I personally like my meat well done, so I usually let it cook for a bit longer. A lot of people like to say I like my meat burned. Well, I mean, they could be right, but so now we're also gonna add the rest of the remaining spice blend, and it also calls for salt and pepper. However, I added that when I seasoned it the night before. Once the meat is done cooking, you want to transfer it to a plate, leaving any browned bits or fond in the pan, and reserve the pan because now we're going to add even more oil and we're going to start to saute the vegetables. So we're going to have that on medium heat. I'm going to add the onions and then the remaining garlic and ginger that we used earlier. Now we're going to saute, stirring frequently for 1 to 2 minutes until fragrant. Next, you want to add in the sweet peppers, the yu choy, and then 2 tablespoons of water. So after we've stirred everything all together, we are going to cover it and cook, stirring occasionally for 4 to 6 minutes until the yu choy are tender, and then season it with some salt and pepper. slowly for about 1 to 2 minutes.